Tenses of verbs. We'll be discussing in this video the tenses of verbs, the simple tenses, past, present, and future. Tenses mean the time of the verb. The form of the verb changes to show the time. So when you say tenses, it answers the question when. There are three simple tenses in English. Okay? These simple tenses have different time words to show when the time the verb was done or performed. So there are three simple tenses. You have the past, the present, and the future. So the time word for past is yesterday. Yesterday, or any time word that means done or finished. For the present tense, the time word is every day. Every day, or any other time word that means or falls under the meaning of every day. So you also will remember that you can have those time words ending in ly. Okay? So the future tense has the time word tomorrow. Okay? Or anything that means the next day, or time word that means not yet finished. So let's look at the different time words for the different tenses. So when you say tenses, it answers the question when. So time words to show the different tenses. Okay, let's do the past first. So yesterday, or anything that any time word that falls under the finished category. So for your markers for the time words for past, you have last week, 2 months ago, last year, this morning, last night, a few hours ago. It would also be good to remember, okay, that um, time words for past usually have the word last or ago. Let's move on to the time words for the present tense. I mentioned earlier that for the present, it's every day. So there are other time words that mean present. So if you notice, most of these time words for the present tense end in ly. So every day is synonymous to daily. Okay? So you also have monthly, weekly, yearly, or those that end in ly. Okay, so you have daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, semi-annually, okay, quarterly. You also have those that begin with every. So you can say every Monday, every Tuesday, every week, every month, every year, every 3 months, every quarter. Okay. So all these words will give you the clue that the tense of the verb is the simple present. Future, to remember earlier, we used tomorrow. So any time words or any time expression that means something hasn't been done yet, or that means under the category also of tomorrow. So usually they begin with the word next, or from now is used, or in a few months, okay, in 10 hours. Okay, so next month, next year, next week. So from tomorrow, it could be next day, next week, next month, or 1 year from now, 5 months from now, 5 years from now, okay, next year. Okay, tonight is also a time word for the future. You remember also on your next birthday. Okay, so that's also a future. So in a few minutes, or in a few hours, or in a few days. So all these time words show the simple future tense. Okay? So if you do not memorize the time words, you always can just remember, stick to, for the past you have yesterday, for the simple past, for the simple present you have every day, and for the future you have tomorrow. Let's move on now, okay, for the uses of the tenses. Okay, so when do we use the past tense? When do we use the present tense? Or when do we use the future tense? So for the past tense, okay, remember the time word yesterday. The past tense is used to show action that is completed at a definite or specific time in the past. What's the best example for a specific time in the past? The time word yesterday. Okay? Again, the past is used to show the action or the verb completed at a specific time in the past. An example of a specific past time is the word yesterday. For the present tense is used to show or to express habitual actions or actions that is out of your habit. You constantly do them. Okay? Universal truths or anything that is always true. Okay? And then for the scheduled events. Okay? So the present tense, you remember the time word every day. Okay? For the present tense, it is used to show habitual action or habit, those that you always do or part of your daily activities. For example, universal truths. So for example, the sun sets in the west. Okay? The sun rises in the east. That's a universal truth. Okay? So that kind of an example uses the simple present, rises or sets, because that's it's true universally and it's always true. All right, let's move on. For the future, the future is used to show action that is not yet finished, meaning to say, it talks about your future plans, okay? Predictions like the weather forecast, maybe, or what's going to happen in the next 5 years or in the next 6 months in the future. And something that is not expected, an action that is not expected, or what we call spontaneous decisions. Okay, so future, to recall, the simplest time word for future is tomorrow. Right? So I just showed you the three simple tenses, past, present, and future. I also talked about the time words that go with the past, which is yesterday, the time word that comes with present, which is every day. That's for you to remember. And the time word that comes with the future for you to remember is tomorrow. All right? So that's all for the simple tenses, their time words, and their uses.